From recruiting and consulting firm Riderflex, I'm your host, Steve Urban, and here is your Riderflex podcast episode of the day. On today's episode of the Riderflex podcast, I was recently driving through New Mexico on my way to visit a friend in Arizona. I specifically mapped out a path that would take me through a national forest. Traveling one of those back roads, I broke down and had to pull over and try and repair an issue with the trailer I was towing. Pretty shortly after I was working on it, a game warden who was based in the small town near there pulled over. He spent 45 minutes out of his day to crawl up under my trailer and help me try and fix it. He then followed me to his small town and introduced me to the mechanic that owned the one shop in town. And trust me, this was a one-street town. On a Saturday, this mechanic shop owner stopped what he was doing to fix my trailer. While he was repairing it, I walked across the street to the one restaurant they had and visited with the friendly owner who told me all about the town. So what's my point of this story? It was nothing like the vibe you see on the news or social media. People weren't arguing over social or political issues. People weren't pissed off or mean or angry. They weren't blurting out their opinions on everything to me. They were warm, friendly, helpful, respectful, and welcoming. I had no idea what their opinions were on any of the topics I see on CNN or Facebook. None of this was ever brought up or mentioned, and it was so refreshing. It reminded me that people are inherently good. People really are nice to each other, and we really do want to help each other, even if we're strangers. It was a blessing for me that day to break down in a small town, and my soul was refreshed by it. Keep this in mind next time you're on social media being mean, hateful, or opinionated to someone you don't even know. I'm not saying we can't or shouldn't have opinions on important topics, but I am asking us to think about how we're acting and communicating with one another, hiding behind our computer screens or playing on our phones. Think about how you'd want to be treated by strangers, even if you were broke down in a small town. If you think today's tip or guest interview can help someone you know, please share this with them. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. The Riderflex podcast features entrepreneurs, business executives, and the stories behind how they got there, as well as daily tips on career advice and job interviewing. You can visit riderflex.com to learn more about us and get information and pricing on the recruiting and consulting services we provide. Thanks so much for listening and have a great day.